Welcome to GC Reddy Technologies. Selenium online training by GC Reddy. I am GC Reddy. I am going to explain this Selenium online training details. See, Selenium is a software testing tool for performing functional and regression testing of web applications. Okay. Say, software testing. Software testing can be done in two ways. One is traditional manual testing. Another is automation testing. Okay, our area is automation testing. Skip the manual testing. Next, in automation testing, we have several test types. Automated functional testing, automated performance testing, automated API web services testing, automated mobile testing, etc. Our area is automated functional testing. Say, in automation testing or automated testing, 70% market share is automated functional testing. Nearly 70% market share. Remaining automation types, performance test automation, mobile test automation, API web services test automation, all are having 30% test automation only. So our area is prime area. Okay. Under software testing, automation testing, under automation testing, automated functional testing. For conducting automated functional testing, we have several tools. Selenium open source test tool, our tool. Next, Micro Focus UFT commercial tool, Smart Beer test complete, IBM RFT rational functional tester, Silk test, Silk performer, Water, etc. tools. Okay, in this automated functional testing area, our Selenium is having nearly 65% market share, 65 to 70% market share. Remaining tools, UFT, formerly QTP, UFT, RFT, test complete, test partner, Silk test, Water, etc. All the tools are having only 30 to 35% market share. So our test tool is having more market share. Say once again, under software testing, prime area automation testing, under automation testing, prime area automated functional testing. For conducting automated functional testing, important tool is Selenium. So ours is trending subject and a popular subject. Next, our location, exact location. I'm going to locate our Selenium role and responsibilities in our software testing. Concentrate. Software testing. Say, we have some levels of software testing. Say, olden days, 30 years back, only one level of software testing. That is also after releasing the software. But nowadays, 4 levels of software testing in order to improve the quality of software. Okay, 4 levels. Our level is system testing level. Testing on integrated system. We independent testers conduct software testing at system testing level. What are the other levels? Unit testing. Developers conduct unit testing. Okay, testers may vary from one level to another, but testing is there in 4 levels of test. In 4 levels. Ours is popular system testing. Okay, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. These are the 4 levels of software testing. User acceptance testing is there. That is subset of acceptance testing only. Okay. Say our area is system testing. Testing on the integrated system. Next, in system testing, we can conduct different types of testing: functional testing, performance testing, security testing, usability testing, internationalization testing, localization testing, etc. Our test type is functional testing. Say, already I told, in software testing, functional testing is having nearly 30% market share. It is prime area. Okay. Our test type is functional testing. Next, test method. Functional testing can be done in two ways. One is manual testing, another is automation testing or automated testing. Ours is automation testing. Next, test tool, Selenium. So, conclusion, Selenium is a test tool used for functional and regression testing of web applications at the system test level. It is our exact location. Our area is prime area, trending area. Okay. Next, prerequisites to learn Selenium. Selenium testing. Selenium testing means testing using Selenium. Selenium for functional and regression testing of web applications at the system test level. Okay. Say prerequisites to learn Selenium. First one, manual testing experience or knowledge. Suppose you are working already in software testing area as a manual tester, want to upgrade yourself, you can learn Selenium using manual testing experience. Or suppose you are fresher to the IT industry, but you know the manual testing, that is also enough to learn Selenium. See, manual testing experience or knowledge. Okay. Next, computer programming fundamentals. Say, for manual testing, no programming knowledge required. Their understanding requirements, documenting test cases, executing test cases, reporting defects, tracking defects, conducting re and regression testing, etc. Tasks. See, understanding, analyzing, documenting, reporting, etc. tasks. No programming. Sorry. But in automation testing, for automation testing, programming knowledge is required, especially for our functional test automation or automated functional testing. Programming knowledge is mandatory. For performance testing, performance test automation, mobile test automation, limited programming knowledge is enough. But for our functional test automation, programming knowledge is mandatory. Our functional test tools use any one programming language to write test cases. Okay. Computer programming fundamentals. What are the required fundamentals? I will explain. Next, web application environment knowledge. Say, using Selenium, we are going to conduct web application testing. Okay. Nowadays, 80 to 85% applications are web applications only. Remaining 10 to 15% applications only, desktop applications, 1-tier applications, 2-tier applications, etc. But 80 to 85% applications are web applications only, either intranet applications or internet applications. So be familiar with web application environment. For example, HTML, basics of HTML, HTML for web page design. In HTML, know about web elements, what is link, what is button, what is edit box, radio button, check box, image, general image, image link, image button, etc. Next, tags of HTML. Suppose button tag, image tag, IMG, input tag, table tag, body tag, HTML tag. See, tags of HTML, element locators of HTML, attributes of HTML elements, attributes of HTML elements, etc. knowledge is required. See, web application environment knowledge. HTML basics, XML basics, JavaScript. It is for client-side scripting in the web. JavaScript basics, just what is what? What is CSS? What is web server? What is application server? What is database server? Etc. knowledge. Next, what is three-tier application? What is the entire application? What is distributed application? What is cloud application? Like what is what knowledge? Next, basics of automation testing. See, here just what is what? What is automation testing? See, testing using a test tool or test script is called automation testing. Suppose testing a computer software manually without using any test tool or test script is called manual testing. What is automation testing? Types of automation testing. Suppose our area functional test automation. In functional test automation, test tool, tool editor for writing test cases, tool editor. What is recording? In Selenium, no recording, but general terminology, you know about what is recording, what is checkpoint or verification point, what is output value, what is recovery scenario, or how to handle runtime errors, etc. terms. What is object repository? What is object repositories? Like what is automation framework? Like terms. See, these four are the prerequisites to learn Selenium. You can easily learn these concepts your own. Okay. One is manual testing, experience or knowledge. Knowledge is enough. Next, computer programming fundamentals. What is variable? What is data type? What is operator? What is control flow statement? What is function? What is a function or method? What is exception handling code? What is array? What is array list? Etc. Next, web application environment knowledge. Next, basics of automation testing. Next, come to next topic. Selenium test environment. Say, Selenium test environment is dynamic. Suppose UFT, formerly QTP, commercial tool, our competitor. UFT test environment is static, fixed. If you install UFT tool, programming language, VB script engine built in with UFT, MS Access engine built in with UFT for using SQL commands, built-in spreadsheet available, built-in recording feature, built-in checkpoints, built-in output values, etc. UFT test environment is static. RFT static, test complete static, but our Selenium test environment is dynamic. Why? Selenium supports 6 programming languages. You can use any one of those languages for conducting functional and regression testing. See, in these combinations, our test management, our company decides which combination is to be used. See, here most of the popular combination is Selenium with Java. Selenium with Java is having nearly 70% market share. Remaining 5 programming languages, 30% market share. So in our training program, we are going to discuss Selenium with Java. See, Selenium is not, already I told now, Selenium test environment is dynamic. Why dynamic? Depends on the programming platform that Selenium environment depends. Suppose if you select Java for Selenium, then supported testing framework is either JUnit or TestNG. We prefer Eclipse IDE for writing test cases, writing and executing test cases. Next, Maven as build automation tool, etc. Suppose if you select Python for Selenium, generally we select PyCharm IDE for writing test cases and for writing and executing test cases. Next, PyUnit or PyTest as testing framework, etc. So, testing Selenium test environment depends on programming platform. Okay, anyhow, we select Java for Selenium. It is having more market share. Selenium is not an all-inclusive test tool. It requires some third-party plugins and frameworks to broaden the scope of testing. Okay, Selenium is not a complete test tool like UFT, RFT, Silk test, test complete, etc. Suppose if you install UFT, you can start working with UFT, but Selenium is not like that. You need to install supporting software. Observe, software used for test environment. It is dynamic. In our environment, what software required, I am going to explain. Say, Eclipse IDE, editor for writing and executing test cases, and for integrating Selenium with other software. Where we integrate Selenium with other software? In Eclipse IDE. Where we write and execute Selenium test cases? In Eclipse IDE editor. Next, Java Standard Edition or Core Java. Java for enhancing Selenium test cases. TestNG. We use TestNG as test runner in our Selenium test environment. Maven as build automation tool. Means we use Maven for configuring test environment and maintenance of test environment. See, without Maven tool also manually you can configure test environment and manually you can maintain. But if you use Maven, that is automatic process, optimized process. Next, extent reports plugin. This extent reports for enhancing test results. Generally, we generate test results using TestNG. Using extent reports, we generate, we can enhance our test reports. Okay. In our training program, we are going to use these software. Eclipse IDE as editor, Java as programming language, TestNG as test runner, Maven as build automation tool, extent reports for enhancing test case, not test cases, for enhancing test results. Selenium WebDriver is core component, that is test tool. Okay. Our combination is Selenium with Java. Other combinations I already told. Selenium test environment dynamic. Our test environment is popular. Selenium with Java. Others, Selenium with Python, Selenium with C#, Selenium with JavaScript, Selenium with Ruby, Selenium with Kotlin. Our Selenium with Java is having nearly 70% market share. See, Selenium supports 6 programming languages. What are they? Java, Python, C#, JavaScript, Ruby, and Kotlin. Okay. Modules of Selenium online training program. In our Selenium online training, we have 5 modules. First module, Java programming for Selenium. See, in my training, first I will explain Java programming for Selenium. Then we can discuss Selenium concepts. In Selenium concepts, we use Java programming concepts. Okay, next, after discussing Java programming for Selenium, next, Selenium WebDriver test tool. Next, Selenium WebDriver test tool. What is the role of Selenium WebDriver? Selenium only recognizes or locates or identifies elements in our web pages, and Selenium only performs actions on elements. For example, click Gmail link in Google homepage. Here link is element, click is action. Who locates that element? Selenium. Who performs actions on the element? Selenium. Okay, Selenium for locating web elements or objects and performing actions on elements. Next, TestNG testing framework module. Next, automation framework, third-party framework. TestNG testing framework is different from automation framework. TestNG testing framework, we use TestNG as test runner in our Selenium test environment. Automation framework is a systematic process to automate our software applications. For example, keyword driven framework, hybrid data driven framework, etc. We use not keyword, we use hybrid framework in our Selenium testing. It is a combination of keyword driven and data driven frameworks. See, automation framework, hybrid framework. Next project, we have one sample project, e-commerce application. We have admin interface as well as user interface. At the end of the training program, we will discuss project. We automate our project using Selenium. Okay, next one by one I will explain. First module, Java programming for Selenium. Java programming for Selenium. Say Java has 3 to 4 editions. Java is a huge language. Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, Java Standard Edition or Core Java, Java Enterprise Edition or Advanced Java. Next, Java Micro Edition for small devices like mobiles. Next, Java FX, that is for user interface design. See, 3 important editions of Java: Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, Java Micro Edition. For our Selenium, for our Selenium testing, Core Java or Selenium Standard Edition is enough. Advanced Java is not required. Java Micro Edition is not required. Okay, in our training program, we will discuss Java Standard Edition or Core Java. Say, I segregated Core Java or Java Standard Edition for Selenium into 4 subcategories. First subcategory, Java Development Environment. Java Development Environment or Java Programming Environment, and prerequisites to write programs. Here we will discuss Java installation. Java supports various operating environments. We need to download our operating system compatible Java software and install. Next, Java environment variable setup. Java environment variable setup. In order to access Java software from any directory in your computer, we need to set up Java environment variable. See, Java installation, Java environment variable setup. Next, Java environment setup. See, Java doesn't have built-in editor like Python. If you download and install Python, you will have built-in editor, Python shell, or you can say Python IDE, integrated development and learning environment. You can start writing Python programs, but our Java doesn't have built-in editor. For that, you need to download and install or extract Eclipse IDE like editor, IDE. It is freeware. Okay, in our training program, we will download and install our operating system compatible Java software, set up Java environment variable. Next, download and install or extract Eclipse IDE. Next, we will discuss Java basic syntax. See, prerequisites to program environment and prerequisites to write programs. Java basic syntax, program structure, keywords, identifiers, code libraries. See, this is first submodule of Java. Next, we will discuss Java language fundamentals. In this language fundamental submodule, we will discuss how to insert comments, Java modifiers, access modifiers and non-access modifiers. Next, Java data types, primitive data types and non-primitive data types, Next, Java operators. Java operators, arithmetic operators, assignment operators, unary operators, and logical operators, etc. Next, Java variables. In this chapter, we will discuss Java static variables, instance variables or non-static variables, and local variables. Next, famous one, Java control flow statements. See, we have three types of control flow statements in any programming language. In our Java also we have three types of control flow: decision making or conditional statements, example if, loop statements, example for, while, do while, etc. Next, branching statements, break, continue, return, like. Next, we will discuss string handling. String is more important for our automated testing. Whenever we read data, then computer program considers the data as string type data. So in our Selenium testing, string is more important. We will discuss Java string handling. Next, data structures of Java: arrays, array static data structure, array list dynamic data structure. Next, Java specialized concept, third submodule. Here Java IO, input and output, and file handling, read user input, write program output on the console, result console, read files and write files. Next, exception handling, etc. Next, last submodule in this Java object oriented programming. In this Java object oriented programming submodule, we will discuss fundamentals of object oriented programming. What is project? What is Java project? What is package? What is class? What is interface? What are methods? These methods are very important. This methods chapter takes nearly 4 hours. In this chapter, we will discuss user defined methods and predefined methods, built-in methods. We use methods for creating reusable functions in our test cases. Next, constructor. Next, principles of object oriented programming. 4 principles of object oriented programming: Java inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. See, this is about Java programming for Selenium. Enough. Next module, Selenium WebDriver. See, in our Selenium test environment, Selenium WebDriver is test tool. It only recognizes our application elements and performs actions on those elements. Okay. In this Selenium WebDriver module, first we will focus on Selenium test environment setup. Download and install Eclipse IDE, download and install Java software. Next, download Selenium WebDriver jar files and add those jar files to Java project in Eclipse IDE. Next, download and install TestNG plugin for Eclipse IDE, Maven plugin built in with Eclipse IDE, etc. Next, inspect web elements. See, for locating elements, first we need to inspect web elements. Selenium doesn't inspect elements. Java doesn't inspect elements. Using browser, any browser, Chrome browser or Mozilla Firefox or Edge browser, we will inspect elements. Next, HTML or web element locators to recognize or locate or identify web elements in web pages. Next, Selenium WebDriver API commands or methods to perform actions on web elements. Next, create object repositories using page object model. Selenium WebDriver doesn't have built-in features. For everything, we need to write the code. For suppose if it is commercial tool like UFT, RFT, you will have built-in object repositories. You can create object repositories easily using that predefined structure. But in our Selenium, no built-in feature. See, you need to use the page object model design pattern to create object repositories. Next, inserting wait statements for synchronization. For that, you can use Java wait, Java thread.sleep statement, or Selenium WebDriver wait commands also there. Next, handling data in Selenium test cases using Java data types and variables. Next, code repetitive execution using Java loop statements. Why we go for code repetitive execution? Why we go for code repetitive execution? For conducting data-driven testing. Next, to create reusable functions for test cases, we use Java methods. Next, to handle runtime errors in our test cases, we use Java exception handling code. Next, to create Selenium test batches, we use TestNG testing framework. Next, to create test results, first to insert verification points in our test cases and generate test results, we use TestNG testing framework assert commands. I already told Selenium is not a complete tool. It requires some third-party plugins and frameworks in order to broaden the scope of testing. So here we take Java support, TestNG testing framework support, etc. Next, TestNG testing framework for Selenium. See, third module in our training program. First module, Java programming for Selenium, big module. Second module, Selenium WebDriver, big module. Third module, TestNG framework, small module. TestNG testing framework can be used as test runner in our Selenium test environment. When it comes to detailed description, TestNG for creating TestNG test cases. TestNG test case, nothing but Selenium test case. We add TestNG features to Selenium test case. That is the TestNG test case. Creating TestNG test cases, prioritizing test cases, providing priority process. Next, create test batches, execute test batches or batch testing. Next, generate detailed test reports. This is about TestNG framework for Selenium. Next, fourth module, it is also small module, automation framework, hybrid framework, combination of keyword driven framework and data driven framework. See, first create test environment. Next, create a well-defined folder structure for storing automation resources. Say, during automation, we will create different automation resources. For example, object repository is automation resource. Object repository, test data, reusable functions, exception handling code, test results, all are automation resources, test cases. See, to store our automation resources like object repositories, reusable functions, test data, test results, etc. We use a well-defined folder structure. A well-defined folder structure for storing automation resources. Next, create automation resources to store into corresponding folders. Next, write or create test cases and test batches, execute test batches, report and track defects. Next, re and regression testing, or you can say change related testing on modified builds, final regression. Next, maintain automation resources for future versions of software. See, this is about fourth module. Last module, bonus module, Selenium project. In our small project, project environment information, next project explanation, features to be tested in admin interface, features to be tested in user interface of the application. Next, derive smoke test scenarios for admin interface, derive smoke test scenarios for user interface. Next, derive comprehensive, means all possible test cases for admin interface, derive all possible test cases for user interface. All these are theory concepts. Next, practical, last two. Automate smoke test scenarios for user interface using Selenium. Next, automate smoke test scenarios for admin interface. See, this is about my Selenium online training. In our training program, I am focusing programming more and real-time scenarios more. Thank you.